Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I had one of my subscribers ask me to take a look at Casper Network. So I've kind of went down the rabbit hole, put together this video, and I got to tell you guys, it's a pretty solid project. That being said, when you look at the chart, which we're going to do, it looks like a straight rug pull. But when you dig into it, it's not, and it's a very legit project. Now, that being said, there's one red flag that kind of bothers me. Some people would miss it and it wouldn't even faze them. So I'm going to talk about that. Now here's the good news. If you're not in it and you're looking for a high risk reward, this might be one of the best I've seen. It's definitely in the top 3 risk rewards that I've seen in the last couple of months. So if you have an appetite for high risk, high reward, this may be the project, but I'm going to let you figure that out as we walk through it. Now, before we get into that, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. We do appreciate it, guys. We want to grow this community, and we want you to be part of it. So go ahead and subscribe, too, while you're at it. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments section. Now, the first thing about Casper is it has a pretty solid ecosystem, guys. It has a lot of people building on it. Nothing like Ethereum or something like that, but it's got DeFi projects on it. It's got gaming projects, NFT projects. So if you want to check it out, go to caspernetwork.com and take a look at all the stuff they got going on. It's pretty impressive. Now, another thing they have is they have the Casper 2.0 coming out. So when you go look at their commits, guys, which is what they're doing on the blockchain, they have been busy. Not crazy busy, but they have been steadily, building out this blockchain and going down their roadmap. That's all positive. Now, also, when they launched, this is their launch, the first of last year. Guys, they raised $62 million, almost $63 million. They had a lot of backing, and this thing pumped. So, here's the thing. That they have everything you want in a project. I wish I'd have got in on that ICO. They've got great team, great technology, great story of what they're capable of doing, and they had a lot of money behind them. Now, here's the downside to that. When you don't have it set up properly, a lot of the founders and the early people, the pre-sales, the very first, group of people that put this together, they can dump at any time. And this is just my opinion. But when you look at this thing came out hot and it pumped and they just dumped their tokens. In my opinion, you want a proper long-term, project that wants to be around a long, long time. And it's not about the money. They're going to not be able to dump right out of the gate. At least 3 months, 9 months, a year. You really want a year or two if they can. Now, yes, they need to sell some of the tokens along the way, just to get the ball rolling and have the money, to pay to build out the protocol. But it looks to me like they just pumped this thing right out of the gate when it launched. All the early people dumped. Now, that leads me to the red flag. When I look at this, guys, we can see right here, it pumped, guys. They bought it down in here, and it rallied here and went straight down, guys. It's like immediately. Now, here's the red flag that I was talking about. And it's kind of 2 red flags in one, but it's mainly 1 red flag. Look at these volume strikes, guys. That means, look at this volume. Anytime it pumped at all, any little bump, people dumped. Now, that leads me to where we're at today. When you go look at the circulating supply, you know, it's at 6 billion. That's fairly low. Now, it still has good volume. I like that. But that means there's a lot of tokens out there that could be dumped at any time. So that's what I don't like about Casper Network. So in my opinion, for me, I don't think I want anything to do with it. Now, that being said, if I free up a little bit of cash, let me give you the risk reward. And honestly, guys, I've been dollar cost averaging for the last 6 months. You know, I'm more of a swing trader. You know, I buy the dips, I load the crashes, and I do a lot of different trades. But you know, if this was normal times, we were in a bull market where I was turning over a lot of cash, I would jump in this immediately, because right now it's under 2.5 cents, guys. So if you buy this thing at 2.5 cents, and this is just roughly calculating, but you buy this thing right in here, guys, and it takes out that high right there, we're looking at a 1,480x to take out its old high of above $40. Damn, guys. And here's the thing. They are legit. I mean, they're working every day. They have money behind them. So there is a chance this thing bumps pretty hard going into the next bull market. Now, here's the part that bothers me the most that I left out, because I talked about the volume. Right here, from this right in here, that right in there, guys, should have had a damn pump. I mean, something. I mean, if you look at any project that's not a rug pull, which I'm not saying this is a rug pull because it's not, but something doesn't make sense to me, because if you look at any of the projects, I mean any of the projects, look at 8 coin, you know, same thing. The early people made a ton, but when you look at its chart, it starts out literally just like this, and then it goes back and it goes like that, and then it fell down and went way down. But then it pumps like this, right? Like it's trying. This one just, I mean, honestly, if you showed me this chart without the history, I would say that's a straight up rug pull, which it's not, guys. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But as far as the chart's acting, looks like a straight up rug pull. It's hard to believe that you didn't get, you know, something during that time. I mean, something. So if you didn't get it during that time when the market was absolutely on fire, everything, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything was meeting new highs, I don't know what kind of pump or what kind of story could kickstart this thing to ever take out that old high. So my educated guess is we could get a story come out and it could pump it, but you know, to pump it, let's say to $10 would probably be, you know, a big story. That being said, you're at 2.5 cents. So you don't have to take out the old highs. And who knows, guys, if it can make it, and this just so you know, this goes along with all of these cryptos that are building. If they can make it through this bear market, through this recession, and make it to the next bull market, they got a shot at pumping and being around. Because, guys, a whole lot of these projects are not going to be here for the next bull run. Because, guys, we haven't seen anything yet. Now, this is not financial advice whatsoever, but I'm a little older, been around a long time. We have something big brewing in the economy, in the global economy. Quite frankly, the powers that be, you know, the people in our White House, the people running the show, either they are totally incompetent or they got a plan. Quite frankly, guys, I don't think they're incompetent. I think they are going to crash this market, and then they're just going to jump in and totally dominate crypto. And they're going to start at the bottom. In my opinion, not to get on a rant, but they're going to bring Bitcoin down to maybe, 12, 10, under $10,000. And you're going to see somebody like BlackRock jump in, and then all the big boys are going to jump in when the average person is terrified, and they're going to run it back up to, say, $40,000, $45,000 before we even know what happened. And the average person is going to miss it because they're scared, and they're going to be terrified when it hits, if and when it hits $10. But guys, here's the difference. Most people think that the economy is good. The White House is still telling us we're not in a recession. Well, guys, I've been in the financial markets for 30 years, and for over 200 years, we've been using the same measurement of what a recession is. They can change the definition, but we're already in a recession. So that being said, if you got a little money on the side and you want to speculate with Casper, have at it. Just make sure you're okay with losing it. It's not going to rally anytime soon. That's almost for sure. But guys, I personally think there's a lot better projects, but that is a huge risk reward. If there's something you know about Casper that I don't, that might make this thing pump, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. Anyway, guys, I didn't mean to get on a rant, but one of my subs wanted me to check it out. Hopefully they didn't buy, the first of last year, because that's going to be a long, long road if it ever comes back. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, come back, be part of this community. Take care.